All right, y'all, Water God TV, man. We back with another video. Y'all know how we do it, help wealth and better understand themselves. Make sure y'all like and subscribe if y'all like content like this, man. I'm trying to get on the YouTube algorithm and I need all the help I can get. Okay, so we got Stephen A. Smith, right? It's been a lot of talks about him and Trump. Now, a lot of people are a little confused about what Stephen A. Smith said at first because everybody see him as a left-wing guy. Now, why? I'm gonna tell you because I did a video about Fannie Willis and how that she claimed that, a lot of the Democrats wanted that district attorney seat that she has. And she's a Democrat as a district attorney, right? A lot of politicians want to get the people that speaking to people into these seats. Now they may try to come off as they not Democrat or they not even Republican, because he says this. Because I take the same claim. I don't join any gang. I'm not a part of any cliques. I'm not that type of guy. When I went to college, I only was in there 1 year, but I wasn't interested in fraternities. Okay, I wasn't never that type of person. I don't like to roll with a crowd of people, right? Because I'm a independent thinking kind of guy, right? But there are people that sit up and speak to you, and they take money or they get funded by some of these sides, right? And when I think of Charlemagne the God, I think of Stephen A. Smith. These are some of the guys that I see, and I think of the left wing got to be pushing you and paying you. Because just some of your topics and how your viewpoints are, it just kind of fits the narrative, right? But I'm going to play this clip of Stephen A. Smith explaining to you or trying to sell us. Let me let y'all hear it for yourself. That he's not a left winger. He's not a right winger. He's an independent thinker. And how he really feels about Trump. So check this out.
Breitbart News, that's their Twitter handle, had a caption. Stephen A. Smith is waking up big time. And it is a picture of Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, with his red tie, with his thumbs up. And that's what they're saying, that I'm getting it. I'm figuring it out, I guess. And then when you press onto the link, it highlights ESPN Stephen A. Smith furious at Biden, believes Trump is on the verge of getting reelected, as you can see with the caption that I had put up there. Look, y'all, I want to make sure that I'm clear. Donald Trump is not getting my vote. I also want to make this clear. It has nothing to do with liberalism or, conservatism. It has nothing to do with being a Republican or a Democrat, because I don't like either side particularly that much. It has everything to do with what I believe the leadership of this position, leadership of the free world should entail. I believe the presidency of the United States is a statesmanship position. You should be about galvanizing and bringing folks together. And I firmly believe that Donald Trump being the next president of the United States would cause civil war in this country. That's my fear. And I stand by that. It's a fear. It's not a fact, but it is a fear.
Now that's where, when he say that, right, that gives me the perception that you're a left wing type of guy, because now you took it at, it's your fear. Now that could be your opinion, but it just makes me feel that you are more, I heard him on his show, or he was on ESPN, and he was just giving all of the left wing points. And maybe he do that on ESPN because he got to and he getting paid. But when it comes to Stephen A. Smith on his show, maybe he be more, I'm trying to get a brother a benefit of the doubt, but let's let him go.
Having said all of that, the reason why this is relevant is because of why Breitbart News felt the need to bring me up. Because it talked about first ESPN sports commentator Stephen A. Smith Maybe a left winger. False. I'm far from a left winger. I have conservative principles, like a fiscal conservative, me paying taxes. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. That is a lie. Gay rights, sure. I'd say pro-choice, okay. No, actually, I don't believe in separating children from their parents, whether they're legal or illegal immigrants. Absolutely true. That doesn't make me a left winger. Nevertheless, I want to get that out the way. But my first question to Breitbart News is, why I got to be ESPN commentator? This is Stephen A. Smith Show. This don't have a damn thing to do with ESPN or Disney. This is me talking about this situation. And what situation am I alluding to that raised your antennas? It was when I addressed the open border policies to some degree by highlighting what Mayor Eric Adams of New York had elected to do when they were talking about coming up with $53 million in prepaid credit cards that they were going to give to migrants. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not about open borders. I understand you allude to it to some degree, but that wasn't my focus. My focus is there's black homeless people in the streets of New York City who are American citizens. There's white homeless people in the streets of America who are American citizens. There are Hispanic individuals and beyond who are homeless in the United States of America, who are American citizens. What about them? That was the only point that I was making. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, but you're making that Trump point more valid. Because this is why people are considering Trump. This is why people want Trump in office, because we are seeing the corruption right in front of our eyes for years and years and years. And we're going to tag on to somebody who we feel like at this point who's fighting corruption. Rather what you saying about Trump and what he's going to start, if he starts civil war or not. Sometimes it ain't got to be peace for things to get settled. Maybe it gotta be a civil war for us to stop this corruption. Okay, we ain't with all that kumbaya stuff. You know, it's people that's not even a Republican like me. I'm not Republican. I'm just tired of the bull crap. So I don't want to hear you say, you know, you talking about all of this, but then what you gonna do? You gonna vote for the same people? And what's gonna happen with that? We're gonna get the same results. It's like for you to say that he's not getting your vote, it's like you're dismissing, you know, because you feel like he's going to cause a civil war. You want everything to just be, you know, it ain't going to go out. I think these people got a good hold of the system. And I don't think, you know, that's a bad thing. It may not be a bad thing. We may got to get a little rough to get things going. Okay, because I would rather somebody who's fighting to change and get things right. Because now what I'm seeing with the Democrat, I just feel like you saying, they're using black people. They putting black people up in these positions, making it seem like they taking care of them. But then there's people on the streets. You giving $53 million to somebody else. The Democratic Party is using black people. Just be honest. Just say it, guys. The people need people to say this. They need people to say, look, man, the Democratic Party is using black people for their benefits. The top guy, George Soros, man, he's paying. We already seen Black Lives Matter. We see what they do. We see how they got Fannie Willis up there, and they put all of these women up there, and they know that they're trying to do it because of their race. We see the games that they playing. So it's like, the people don't trust, you know, some of our leaders that's in media as well. They don't trust y'all because they don't feel like you just keeping it real. They feel like you just being so lukewarm. You're not saying, look, man, black people on the streets that's homeless, they're not getting nothing but your fee and immigrants. So I can't deal with this party anymore. I don't like the moves you're making. Okay? I feel like Stephen A is just kind of, he's seeing where everybody going with this, but he still want to take his clout from where he's seeing how everybody is veering towards Trump. So it's like He want to get his personal show back popping, but he know with ESPN he got them Democrat ties. All right, so I'm gonna let him finish, man, and I want y'all to leave me in a comment what y'all think. Am I reaching? But check it out.
So if you're going to quote me accurately and contextualize it properly. Do we have a border issue? Sure. There is no doubt about that. But I'm not somebody on here that just wants to point the finger at Joe Biden and the liberals and all the things that they do wrong. I'm quite sure I've recognized the fact that the stock market is hitting a record high. Unemployment is at a record low. I think the number was like 14 million new jobs that had been created or what have you. I'm reading.
He on the Democratic side. Look at him.
Reading here from some of my notes, President Biden gave Medicaid the power to directly negotiate with Big Pharma to lower prices and cap the cost of insulin for medical beneficiaries at $35. Gas prices. The United States is now producing more oil than any country in history. Yes, more than Russia or even Saudi Arabia, and that's one of the reasons gas prices are now lower in inflation-adjusted prices than in 1974. So I get all of that. I'm aware of the fact that some could argue that President Biden has done a great job.
No.
I'm just talking about going to the supermarket and paying for some milk. I'm just going to buy a box of cereal or going to the gas tank, and you could say it's low or whatever, but how much is it really costing you compared to what you're making? I won't get into all of that. I'm just making a point that you can make arguments on behalf of Joe Biden. My argument against Joe Biden is not about his presidency now. It's about 4 more years of him when he's going to be 82 years old at the time of the election. That's all. Stop making things up. My words to Breitbart News exactly. I'm not hard to find. I'm right here. All I ask is that you contextualize my quotes accurately and address that. Stop throwing ESPN into it because that's my day job talking sports. They don't have anything to do with the Stephen A. Smith Show. This is owned and operated by me. They've got nothing to do with it. I assure you of that. This is mine. Otherwise, I'd be talking sports all the time and not politics sometimes. Stick with that and stop calling me some left-winger because I can assure you there are an abundance of Democrats who would call me anything but.
So there y'all go, man. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. I feel like I got left-wing vibes from you, man. And I think he understands that the people trust somebody that, they don't got a dog in the fight. They're not left wing or right wing. They're just common sense and they understand what it is. Okay. They just common sense and they understand that they don't want people in the yard sleeping, peeing. They don't feel like giving $53 million to immigrants. And, like you said, it's people in the streets and Americans that they can't get nothing. How long we gonna keep putting up with this? But hey, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love. Make sure you get your free water test at Envirely.com. Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us. And this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.